say, here they come, coming around turn 3, into turn 4. We're about ready to give them the green flag, and it's time to put the hammer down. Here we go! All right, making a move right now on the outside, coming into the start-finish line. That is 35 car. That is 65. Else out of Victoria. Car is off and driven by Morgan Blankenship out of Victoria. Max Elm at the wheel tonight. Number 11 car, Sean Aquero, closing up on his back bumper. And it's a little bit slick out there. If you were watching hot laps, you can see the cars. The drivers were very cautious going around, especially turn 3 and 4. All right, back up front is still Max Helms of Victoria in the lead. Number 11, Sean Klein, running second. Third place runner right now is the 29 car of James Jennings. And you can see Max Helm doing a lot of fishtailing going around turn 4. And that's going to cost him the lead as he goes to start finish line. As number 11, Sean Klein now moves into first place. And drops Max Helm from 35 back to second. 29, James Jennings still running third. That is not Max Helms, and in the 35 car, that is Mickey Helms. So it is up front, the 11 car, that is Sean Klein at a quarter, second place is Mickey Helms in the 35. In the third spot is still the number 29 car. Edna. Drivers being very careful going around turn number 4. It's very slick coming out of turn 4. Be very cautious on the corners yet tonight. Sean Klein in 11. He's starting to step it out a bit. Second place is Mickey Helms. Running second in the 35. That is your race right now. And the white flag waves as Sean Klein in 11 rolls past, along with Mickey Helms in the 35. One lap to go to settle who's going to take the win in your first race of the evening. And looking very much like Sean Klein in the 11 car has it under control, but Mickey Helms closes up as we go through turn 4. There's your winner in the 11 car. Sean Klein out of Coro takes first, second place. I'm announcing it. All right, we're away into racing. Coming out the quick lead is the 41. That is Wade Jones out of Jordan. He takes the quick lead. But not giving up very easily will be the 22P of Michael Pesic. They nearly come together coming into turn 4. 18, that is Sean Moore. He's currently running third. Wade Jones starts to pull away. All right, down the backstretch, pulling away big time is Wade Jones in the 41. 22P Michael Pesic running second. Sean Moore in 18 running a very close third and challenging on the inside for second place as we run through turn 4. And a new second place runner is Sean Moore. Sean Moore needs to be better as the season has moved along. He's definitely stepped it up. And he now moves into second place. Let's see if he's got anything for the 41 of Wade Jones. there goes the 48K, Patrick Kelly out of Seguin. First time we've seen him out this year. The 33, Marita Major. Used to race here all the time, but he's been one of the rare appearances this year in the 33 car. All right, here's your leader, 41, Wade Jones. Rolling past start finish. Sean Moore in the 18. Closing that gap up a bit. Second place. Third place is shaping up with a pretty good battle on the track now. Battle of the 22 is Michael Pesic, and the 22M is Anthony Gordon as they run third and fourth. Up front, it's all about Wade Jones in the 41. He continues to pull away. Sean Moore in the 18 and second, but you're got a side-by-side battle at the start finish line in third place. Third place runner, that is the number 22 of Anthony Gordon. He takes third. He drops back and forth, but that battle is not over. What is pretty much over is who's going to win this. It looks like the 41, Wade Jones, is the man. Although he's hung up behind Marita Major in the 33 right now. And let's see if the 18 of Sean Moore maybe close that gap up a little bit. Well, looks like Jones is going to work around Major there and go coming out of turn two. All right. Looks like white flag time for the number 41, Wade Jones. One more lap, and he'll have a victory. That'll continue to be third, but looks like pretty solidly in the hands of Anthony Gordon with the 22M right now. All right, here's your winner in the 41. That is Wade Jones out of Jerton. He takes first. Second place goes to Carter in the 4 is Jeremy Witt from Wisco. And away we go! Let's do some racing! All right, up front it's Braden Becker out of Taft into 68. He pulls away to a quick lead as we roll into turns number 3 and 4. Keep an eye on the 77. That is GB Carter in the back. Always starts in the back, but it's always fun to watch him work his way to the front. All right, still Braden Becker. We've got a side-by-side battle for second place. Well, as we did have is the 5A. Abel Solis now takes, well, I was saying he's going to take second place. It's still side-by-side as we come to turns number 4. Abel Solis in the 5A, the 14 of David Sheffield running second and third right now. And Abel Solis is pitching up to Braden Becker. That's going to be a challenge right now, challenge for lead as we go through turns 3 and 4. Braden Becker in the 68, Abel Solis in the 5A, and David Sheffield in the 14. They're all right there in contention for the lead, running 1, 2, 3 as we go past the start finish line. Front still 1, 2, 3. Braden Becker 68, 5A Police 14. David Sheffield 77. Carter, he's coming. I don't know if he has time to get up there and challenge for the video on the top 3 spots. We'll see. Sheffield, a little off-roading adventure going into turn 1, but he still hangs in the third spot. And looks like Abel Solis in the 94 of Debbie Metcalf have a little bumping going on as they work their way through turn number 4, and that allows David Sheffield in the 14 to close up on the back bumper and now work on the inside of David Solis, unfortunately. David Sheffield finds contact with the tractor tire over in turn 2. That's severely slowed his momentum. Up front, Braden Becker starting to pull on out. Able to release in the 5A, still holding down second spot. Third spot is still David Sheffield in the 14. 77, GB Carter starting to close it up. All right, 2 to go signal now for the 68, Braden Becker. Able Solis in 5A, running second. And David Sheffield in 14, holding third. GB Carter in the 77, got 2 laps to get himself into the top 3. Coming around, taking the white flag, 68, Braden Becker. Place car, Able Solis, 5A. Third place, 14, David Sheffield, 14, Carter in the 77. They've got 1 lap. Your winner, 68, Braden Becker. He takes the second place, goes to 5A, Able Solis. Race tonight in the modified class, and it'll be Max Helm in the 174 leading them around to the start finish line. Green flag is out. Here we go. All right, on the inside is Max Helm. On the outside is Hunter Flanagan and Lee. Both cars go charging into turns 3 and 4. And looks like the man on the inside, Helm. Coming out of turn 4, heading into turn 1. Alright, as we go into turns 3 and 4, Hunter Flanagan charges hard, but pushes way up high. And almost across the second place, he's able to hold on. AC Carl Murray Jernigan right there. AC does that again, he's looking ready to move into second spot. Up front, it's all about Max Helm, 174 right now. Down the back stretch, 174 Max Helm. 800 Flanagan, third place is the car of Larry Jernigan. That's racing on the track right now. It's the fourth place. We have the number 92 of Jake Rollins in a tough contest with Tommy Grothues in the 11th. They battle for the fourth spot. Looks like Tommy Grothues going to take that position as we come out of turn number 2. Up front, looks like Hunter Flanagan closing up a little bit on Max Helm in the 174 in the second spot. Jernigan in the 18, Harold's third. Tommy Grothues in the 11th. Close that up a little bit as well. All right, 2 laps to go for Max Helm in the 174 as they go past the start and finish line. All right, Kevin Sullivan waving the white flag. Max Helm in the 174. 1 more lap to go for him to claim his victory. Second place is Hunter Flanagan in 58. Third place is Larry Jernigan in 18. 91, Jeremy Davenport takes his car to the pits. And checkered flag is out and waving for the number 174. That is Max Helm. Second place goes to 58. As we head into heat race number 1, leading them around will be the 95 of Greg Lewis. It's time to go, and here we go! finds Greg Lewis in the 95, leading this pack around. And he says it's time to go, so let's do it! All right, coming up turn 2, it's Ron Spray in the 42 on the outside, Greg Lewis in the 95 on the inside. Looks like Spray in the 42 is going to make a case that he should be leading this race. And he is as we go across the start-finish line. Remember, there's a race within a race going on here. As the points championship in this class is definitely up for grabs. The 42 Ron Spray is one of the contenders. He's second place in points. The 14 of Gary Hunter. He's in third place, but he's not far behind. And it is Spray in the 42. He's the man in the lead right now. All right, 42, Ron Spray, he's checking on out. I say he's had some difficulties here in the second half of the season and dropped him from first place down to second place, but he's looking very strong tonight as he goes past the start-finish line. Greg Lewis, 95, running second, third place is 8. Gary Hunter in the 14. He would like to get strong in this heat race. He is challenging short for third spot right now. First place is in pretty good hands. The 42, Ron Spray, rolls around again. Greg Lewis in the 95 second. Okay, best racing on the track right now. Here's the third. Here's Hunter in the 14, brings her all the way around. He's short. Bumper to lead at BJ Schroep. That helps him move on by. Let's see if BJ is going to retaliate. All right, looks like Gary Hunter in the 14. Now hold for the third. Up front, Ron Spray, 42. He's gone. 95, Greg Lewis has second place. Pretty solid. Gary Hunter in the 14. He's running third. All right, 2 to go. This time by for Ron Spray in the 42. There's your white flag for your leader, 42, Ron Spray. All right, here comes second place, 95, Greg Lewis. Gary Hunter in the 14, he went third. Don't think he has time to come up and take second place. I know nobody's going to take first place except this man heading for the start finish right now. The number 42 car, Ron Spray. There's your winner in heat race number 1. Even slower. Okay, let's go! It's racing time! Alright, Landon Farquhar, 77, he's up good on the outside, jumps in the lead. Alright, this is Farquhar in the 77 down on the back stretch with the lead. Second place is number 50, Hunter Flanagan. Coming up to take third is the 93 of Aaron Letty. Landon Farquhar, he's off to a good lead. He is the defending track champion in this classification. He wants to make it 2 in a row. He's stepping on out and running second. Aaron Letty in the 93. He is holding third, but he is closing up on his as we have a really good battle going on right now at the start-finish line. For fourth spot between 15 John Owens and the 66 Wesley Cabell. Looks like John Owens in 15 is going to take command of fourth spot. third place belongs to Aaron Letty in the 93. We got a pretty good battle for fourth. John Owen in the 15 and the 66 of Wesley Cabell battling it out for the fourth spot. Farquhar having to work his way around some traffic and gets cut off coming out of turn 2. Mosley in the 38. Mosley going to give him some room this time around, and Landon Farquhar gets the white flag as he goes by the start-finish line. Second place runner is the 1500 Flanagan. Third place is Aaron Letty as Dylan Mosley battles to get that 38 car under control, which he seems to have done. I think it's time to show this racer coming for the start-finish line. The checkered flag, there it is, 77, your winner, Landon Farquhar. And we're ready to go green, so let's do it! All right, Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax in the 58. She's out quick out of turn 2 on the inside. It looks like Chuck Perry in the 121 going to make his move. As we go to turns 3 and 4, it looks like that inside line's going to work as he takes over first place, makes a little contact with the 58 in doing so. Moving into second place will be the 51 of Daniel Weyer. So the 121 car, usually driven by E.J. Gilpin, has Chuck Perry behind the wheel tonight. Second place, Daniel Weir in the 51. Third place right now is a battle between Joshua Sewell in the 38 and Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax in the 58. And you might keep an eye on the number 9 cars. We see the number 51 car, Daniel Weir, now take over first place as he gets his way around Chuck Perry in the 121. The number 9 is Johnny Westfall out of Victoria, and he currently sits second in points in your pure stock class. And your pure stock class has been very competitive this entire season. All right, Chuck Perry starting to battle back, looking for the lead again as Daniel Weir took it, but Chuck Perry working on the high side, trying to take it back. Got a good battle also from third place as Joshua Sewell in the 38 and Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax in the 58 battle out for a third. And Chuck Perry in the 121 gets up mighty close to the wall again as he comes out of turn 4. Of course, as I was saying earlier, he had a little encounter with the wall, and we were running hot laps and did some damage to the right front of that car. But they were able to get it fixed, and he's back on the track. All right, Daniel Weir going very slow through turn 4. Slowed down quite a bit, but that has been a slip spot on the track. And probably a good idea to slow it down a little bit as he continues to hold on to first. Chuck Perry in the 121 trying to look on the outside as Daniel Weir has hugged the inside line in that 51. All right, we're getting a black flag, looks like, for the 18 car. Driving a little too slow. That is Kenneth Vincent. All right, we got him running tight. First and second, Daniel Weir in the 51. Chuck Perry in the 121. Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax in the 58 has third. Joshua Sewell in the 38 has fourth. They're about to close up bumper to bumper, first through fourth as the 46 takes a little shortcut through the infield. That is Harold Vincent. All right, 2 laps to go, 2 laps to settle this, and it is something to be settled yet. As your leader, Daniel Weir in the 51. Second place is Chuck Perry in the 121. Third is Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax in the 58. And fourth is Joshua Sewell in the 38. As we come up on one more lap to go as they go by the start-finish line. There's the white flag. Let's see if Chuck Perry's got anything that he can throw with Daniel Weir in the 51. If he does, this is the time to do it. Doesn't look like he has anything. As Daniel Ware runs strong into turn 3, through turn 4. And I don't think Chuck Perry can challenge him as he pushes way up high. And just about is going to lose second place. Looking for the green flag and the green light. All right. Here we go. Let's go racing. All right, 6S, Jamie Deere. Jamie Deere's run a bunch of different cars this year, and I think he's borrowed that one from Sullivan Racing. As he gets passed by 2 cars sandwiched in the middle, and we've got them side by side for first, second, third, fourth. It is a road jam up front, and the man coming out of all of it looks like it's going to be the 28M of Mason Castaneda. Taking second place is... All right, the 127 is in second place. That is James Parks the third. Moving into third, the number 7 car, Jesse Sandoval. That drops your pole sitter 6S, Jamie Deere, back to fourth. And the 93, you just saw him in the modifieds. That is Aaron Letty. All right, up front, it's Mason Castaneda in the 28M. He is your points leader in the pure stock class for this year. Running second is James Parks the third in the 127. Running third is the 7, Jesse Sandoval. The 93 is Aaron Letty out of Von Army. He holds down fourth as Mason Castaneda continues to pull away in the lead position. All right now I got a pretty good battle for third spot. First and second seem to be pretty secure, but Jesse Sandoval in the 7, Aaron Letty in the 93, putting on a pretty good battle for third and fourth. And right now it's Jesse Sandoval holding third, but Aaron Letty looking on the inside as we come through turn number 4, trying to take third spot away. And Aaron Letty, couple of bumps on the 7 of Jesse Sandoval as we go through turn number 2, and he pulls up side by side, still looking for that third position. Looks like he may have it as we come out of turn number 4. It's tight, and looks like Aaron Letty having a little trouble holding on the car, keeping it going straight coming out of turn 4. Had to back it down. Jesse Sandoval in the 7 back in control of third position. Meanwhile, up front, it's all about 28M. Mason Castaneda, he is stepping it on out. Second spot at 127 is James Parks the third. We still got a heated battle, shall we say, right now for third spot between Jesse Sandoval and the 7 and 93 of Aaron Letty. All right, white flag is shown to Mason Castaneda as he rolls past the start-finish line. He's got one more lap to make. And looks like first place, second place, pretty well secure. The battle right now is still for third. Jesse Sandoval on the 7 has it. Aaron Letty in the 93 would like to take it away, but he lost some time going through turn 1, and that's going to be a little tough for him to make that up. There's your winner, 28M. Mason Castaneda takes the victory, second place. All right, lead him around in the 54. That is TJ Sullivan. And he's got the green, and he's on his way. And yes, he does not ordinarily drive that car, but he's driving it tonight. 54 is TJ Sullivan in the second place. And it's hard to tell who's in second place. John Wilson in the 39R has moved up into second place. Looks like the 48C of Martin Coney out of Victoria. He has second place now. Up front, stepping on out is TJ Sullivan. And John Grimes in the 73, having a little bit of a tough start here. right, TJ Sullivan in the 54. He comes around, start-finish line. He has the lead, the 48C. That is Coney. Martin Coney having to work his way around. The number 73 of John Ramirez had to slam on the brakes just past the start-finish line to keep from collecting John Ramirez. In the 73, John Wilson in the 39R, now able to make his way around the slower car of John Ramirez. And we have a pretty good battle shaping up for second place as Coney and the number 48C and the 39R of John Wilson in a pretty good bite. And the 4J, J.C. Paul, he's right there as well. So running second, third, and fourth place cars all running pretty much bumper to bumper as we go through turn one. And John Wilson in the 39R looking on the inside of the 48 of Coney. Up front, it's TJ Sullivan in the 54. And we got one going off the track. That looks like 39R of John Wilson. We're about ready to go back to racing. Up front, it is the 54 of TJ Sullivan, followed by the 48C Martin Coney. And the 4J of J.C. Paul. That's the way they head down into turn one. And John Wilson in the 39R. He is back on the track in racing. We just need a little help getting his car out from his situation over there in turn number 4. And he was running in the top 3 when he spun off the track. So we'll see if he can work his way back up into contention. All right, once again, it's TJ Sullivan in the 54. He is out to the lead. 48, Martin Coney out of Victoria. He's running second. Third place is J.C. Paul in the 4J, but he's getting a lot of heat from the 8M of Joshua McCain. And that is your top 4 right now. And looks like Joshua McCain in the 8M may challenge for that third spot as he's working on the inside of J.C. Paul in the 4J. See if he can make that stick as we go to turns 3 and 4. All right, the white flag is out. It's waving for this car, number 54, TJ Sullivan. He's your leader with 1 lap to go. All right, looks like it's all TJ Sullivan as he comes through turn 4. Nobody really challenged him, so he gets the checkered flag from Kelvin Sullivan. He is the winner. Second place goes to 48C Martin Coney. Third place. All right, they're coming around. They got a green flag. Here we go. All right, coming out of turn number 2 is 41, Wade Jones. Right there behind him is the number 11 car, Sean Klein. And this should be a pretty good battle between those two. But they're not the only cars on the track, but Wade Jones is off in a hurry in the 41. All right, it's Wade Jones, 41-11. Sean Klein, the 18 car of Sean Moore, has taken third spot. All right, as Wade Jones steps it out, we've got a pretty good race developing for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It's getting pretty tight. Sean Klein, 11, has second place. Third place is Sean Moore in the 18. Right now, the 35 car, Mickey Helms making a play. He's in that top group. And once again, the 222 cars racing side by side. 22P, that is Michael Pesic. The 22M, that is Anthony Gordon. Wade Jones, he's waving bye-bye to the rest of the group. But the rest of the group is intent on racing, and one of them that's going to take a turn into the infield. That's the 22P of Michael Pesic. Wade Jones is the 41. He's going to lead him around. He's ready to go. And there's a green flag. Let's do it. All right, once again, it's 41. Wade Jones out quick right now. The man on the inside, Sean Moore in the 18. He has second place. On the outside, it is Sean Klein in the 11. As we've got big time crashing going on over in between turns 3 and 4. It's a green flag. As Wade Jones in the 41 is going to lead him around through turn 4. He's ready to go right now. Let's do it. Once again, it's Wade Jones in the 41. He's out quick. Second place right now is the 18 of Sean Moore. Number 11, Sean Klein. He's running third. 22, Michael Pesic is in fourth. Wade Jones wasted no time. Out to a big lead. 2 Sean's running second and third. Michael Pesic running fourth. All right, rolling past the start-finish line right about now is the 41 of Wade Jones. He's your leader. Second place is the 18 of Sean Moore. Third place is the 11 of Mr. Sean Klein. All right, car on the move right now. 22M, Anthony Gordon. He got sent back to the back of the pack rather early for causing a spin, but he has now moved his way up into 5th spot. And we have a caution once again as the number 7 round. He's been picking it up early. He picks it up early again. Here we go. We're back to racing. All right, once again, it's Wade Jones in the 41. He's out quick. Let's see if either one of the Seans will go with him. All right, moving into third place is the 22P of Michael Pesic, and we've got a caution. He's off and ready to go racing. Heck, he barely got to turn 3 that time before he's ready to go. All right, now we have second place is Sean Klein in the number 11 car. Third place is the 22P of Michael Pesic as he has moved into third. Sean Moore in the 18 dropping back to fourth as he has Anthony Gordon in the 22 right on his bumper and actually touching his bumper a little bit as we come down the front straight. All right. And looks like we got a little problem on the 18. Maybe a flat tire. Can't really tell on the 18. Other than he's. And here we go. Let's do some racing. And the 18, Sean Moore back on the track. And leaving the track, the 34, Ryan Carlucci. Up front is Wade Jones, but Wade Jones hadn't pulled out to that big lead yet. Sean Klein in the number 11, holding right there behind him this time. All right, it's Wade Jones, Sean Klein in the 11th. Third place now is the 22 of Anthony Gordon. And I told you when he first came on the track today, he's a fast racer out of San Antonio. Doesn't race here very often, but when he does, he's a pretty hard charger. All right, Wade Jones trying to work his way around the number 18 car of Sean Moore. Not too many Seans in this race. As we got one spun around over in turn 2. That's the 48K of Patrick Kelly, and that will bring a caution out. Wade Jones lead him around. He's ready to go. Here they come, and away they go. We're back to racing. All right, Sean Klein in 11 cars been doing a little better each time we've had one of these restarts, hanging close to your leader, Wade Jones in the 41. And behind Klein in the number 11 car, we have the two number 22s, Anthony Gordon in third. In fourth, Michael Pesic also in the 22. All right, it's Wade Jones. He's starting to open up a pretty good lead again. In the 41, he has first. Running second is the 11 car of Sean Klein. Running third is the 22M of Anthony Gordon. Fourth place is right there as well. That is the 22P of Michael Pesic. All right, here comes Wade Jones in the 41. He's heading to the start-finish line, and he gets a white flag. This will be the last lap. He's got to hang on for one more time around, and he will be your winner tonight. Here he comes, racing to the start-finish line. Your winner, 41, Wade Jones. Second place. Pretty tight run there. Looks like it's going to be the 22M of Anthony Gordon taking second. Going to lead him around to the start-finish line. I think he's ready to go racing. So here we go. All right, down the backstretch, it is the 68 of Braden Becker, followed by the 14 of David Sheffield and Abel Solis in the 5A. That is your running order, 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll watch the progress of the 77 GB Carter, see how he does. As he is come from the back of the field up to, looks like 5th place. All right, it's Becker in the 68. Second place, Sheffield in the 14. Third place, Abel Solis in the 5A. All right, David Sheffield in the 14. He's coming up to challenge for the lead. As Becker in the 68 has David Sheffield in the 14 right on his back bumper as they come into turn number 2. And we got two slower cars side by side right in front of our leaders. And that is going to be a little difficult to get through. Braden Becker gets through with no problem in the 68. Sheffield able to squeeze through as well. So our top two get past the slower cars. All right, keep an eye on 77 GB Carter. Always fun to watch him work his way up. He's in 4th now. Got an idea about getting past the 5A of Abel Solis next, as he works his way around the couple of slower cars as well. Meanwhile, up front, it's now 68 Braden Becker with a good lead over the 14 of David Sheffield. Third place is 5A Abel Solis, but he's gotten a lot of pressure from the 77 GB Carter on the outside. GB Carter looking for third spot. All right, it's GB Carter in the 77 at the start-finish line. He moves into third spot as he gets around Abel Solis in the 5A. Up front, it's Braden Becker in the 68. Second place, David Sheffield in the 14. And now it's GB Carter in the 77, running third. All right, once again, Braden Becker in the 68, having to work his way around some slower traffic. He's able to get by the number 11 of Jack Lewis, as he's built up a pretty good lead over the 14 of David Sheffield running second. David Sheffield has got GB Carter in the 77, closing in on him for second place. All right, we got a battle now for second place. David Sheffield in the 14, GB Carter in the 77 as they roll through turn number 4. All right, the 18G of Gersam Salis. He pulls way over to let the two faster cars go by here at the front stretch. And we've got a battle down the back stretch between the 14 of David Sheffield and the 77 GB Carter. GB Carter now looking on the inside. Been trying to work the high side. He's working down on the low side now to try and get past David Sheffield. Up front, it is still Braden Becker in the 68 with the lead. All right, they're side by side coming out of turn 4. Sheffield and Carter. Sheffield's going to hang on to second place for that lap. GB Carter has the inside line. He's going to work it to perfection. He takes over second place. And just in front of him is your leader, the 68 of Braden Becker. Let's see if there's enough time for him to move on first place. Apparently is enough time as he's there right now. All right, on the low side, once again, it's GB Carter. Braden Becker pushes high, going into turn 2. That opens the door. Number 77, GB Carter, started at the rear, and he's worked his way to the lead. He is now your front runner. Second place is 68, Braden Becker. Third place is the 14 of David Sheffield. All right, we got a new second place car now as David Sheffield gets by Braden Becker. He takes over second place. Braden Becker charging back on the inside. Not going to happen this time, as GB Carter is out in front in the 77. GB's got several slower cars in front of him. Let's see how well he's able to work that lap traffic as laps are running down here. As GB Carter gets the 2 to go, 2 more times around. See if he can hold on for another victory in a legendary career as the 18 pulls right down in front of your leader. That is Gersam Salayes. And he just about collected your leader, GB Carter, with that move. But GB able to maintain his momentum and stay in the lead as the white flag goes out one more time around. And 18G's, Soleil's still having his problems over out of turn 4, but up front, not having any problem at all. Here is your checkered flag for your winner in the 77 GB Carter. Second place, Kelvin Sullivan has a green flag, and he wants to wave it. And he waves it right now. Here we go. All right, tight racing as we head to the start-finish line. It is Max Helms, but not by much, over the 58 of Hunter Flanagan. Helms on the inside, Flanagan on the outside. Third place runner is Tom Grothhughes in the number 11. All right, it's now Max Helms into 174, taking off to a good lead over the 58 of Hunter Flanagan in second. Third place is Grothhughes in the 11. All right, out front it continues to be Victoria driver Max Helms in the 174. Hunter Flanagan in the 58 running second. Tommy Grothhughes in the 11 has got third place. All right, it's still the 174 of Max Helms in the lead. As we now have caution out on the track. 3 and 4. Let's see where he decides he's going to roll racing right about now. Let's do it. Let's go racing. All right, once again, it's the 174. Max Helms off to a quick lead. Hunter Flanagan in the 58, running second, third place. Tommy Grothhughes in the 11 car. And once again, the top 3 cars start to separate themselves from the remaining 3, led by Max Helms in the 174. He's trying to get in, I think. Right here. Nope. Thank you. All right, out front is still the 174 of Max Helms. But we're getting a little bit of a contest going on for second place as Hunter Flanagan has got Tommy Grothhughes in the number 11 closing up on him. right, up front, it's all about the 174, Max Helms. He's put all the way to a pretty significant lead. Hunter Flanagan in the 58, still holding on to second. Tommy Grothew's in the 11. He would like second, but he can't quite get up to the 58 of Hunter Flanagan. All right, Max Helms, he gets the 2 laps to go signal as he rolls past the start-finish line. Hunter Flanagan second, third place, Tommy Grothew's. White flags, 174, Max Helms, one more time around this track, and he claims the victory. Says Max Helms. All right, timing is everything. And looks like 77 of Landon Farquhar may have jumped the start a bit on that. As we have a little bit of fender. And he does, and here we go. But once again, it's Landon Farquhar on that high side. He likes to run the high side, and he's off quick. We got him side by side, and maybe doing a little rubbing going through turn 2. Farquhar on the outside, Spray on the inside as we head through turn number 4. Looks like Landon Farquhar going to come out the leader. Second place, Hunter Flanagan in the 50. He's sticking his nose right in there as well. Is Ron Spray going to lose it as he goes around over in turn number. All right, the caution is out, and we're ready to go racing. Landon Farquhar off and running as the green flag is waving. All right, it's Farquhar in the 77, Hunter Flanagan in the 50. And it's Gary Hunter in the 14 and Ron Spray in the 42. Ooh, we got the number 50 car, Hunter Flanagan, into the wall on the backstretch. He's ready to go, and there's your green. Let's do it. All right, it's Farquhar off quick, but Ron Spray in the 42 right there running in his tracks. And Ron Spray goes for a spin around over in turn 2, and we'll see if he can maintain that as we get ready to go green. And Landon Farquhar in the 77, he's off and racing. All right, it's Farquhar pulling away down the backstretch. Second place, Gary Hunter. Third place, DJ Schroet in the number 8. right, it's Landon Farquhar in the 77. Continue to stretch that lead on out over Gary Hunter in the 14, running second. Third is DJ Schroet in the 8. And we got one spun around and facing the wrong way early is Landon Farquhar. He's got everyone now stopping behind him as he waits till a little later this time. And as they're slowing down, he's taking off. 77 Landon Farquhar off to the quick lead. And we got a battle down the backstretch for second place is Gary Hunter 14 being challenged by the number 8 of DJ Schroet. All right, DJ Schroet, he takes in second place as he comes out of turn 2. That puts Gary Hunter in the 14 back to third. Your leader still, Landon Farquhar in the 77, rolling past the start-finish line. All right, it's Landon Farquhar stepping it on out big time with a big time lead over the DJ Schroet in the 8, running second. Third place, Gary Hunter in the 14. All right, Gary Hunter, the little wiggle through turn number 2, excuse me. He's still going forward. He still has third place. Up front, it's all about the 77 as he gets a little close call with the 78. Dakota Yanez over in turn 2. Dakota's having his trouble negotiating turn 2 tonight. Right now, white flag is out. 77, Landon Farquhar. He has one more lap to make, and he is your winner tonight. Here comes second place, DJ Schroet. Here comes your new third place runner, the number 95 of Greg Lewis's 14, Gary Hunter, called it a night, took his car to the pits. And your second place runner, DJ Schroet, with a big time spin over out of turn 2. Your winner rolls home, ready to go racing. Here comes the number 51, Daniel Ware. He'll lead him around to the start-finish line. We got a green flag, and away we go. All right, we got through turns 1 and 2 without any problems as we have a leader driving it in real hard in the thirds 3 and 4, and taking the lead is the 28M. That is Mason Castaneda. He takes the lead. All right, up front is Mason Castaneda, 28M. Daniel Ware in the 51, runs second. Shano Flanagan Broadnax in the 58. She has third spot. As we got a very slow driver down the backstretch in the 18 car. All right, Kenneth Vincent in the 18 having lots of problems with that car as he is right in front of the leaders, and he pulls over to give them the clear road ahead. As your leader is still Mason Castaneda in the 28. Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax pushing up way high out of turn 1 and 2. That opens the door for the number 48 car to jump in there and take that position. That's Martin Coney out of Victoria, Texas. All right, got a pretty good battle up front. It is Mason Castaneda in the lead right now in the 28M, but Daniel Ware in the 51 is right in his tracks. All right, number 46 takes a little side trip through the infield, but he's still rolling and we're still racing. All right, we got a slow car on the backstretch. 58, Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax. And we got one on the infield. That's the number 93 car of Aaron Letty. And Shiloh Flanagan Broadnax in the 58 takes that car to the pits. All right, up front, Mason Castaneda in the 28M. Daniel Ware in the 51. They're coming up on a lot of slow traffic. And we'll see how that affects the running order as they come up 1-2 to the start-finish line with about 5 slower cars in front of them. And we got a caution flag out as we got one. Now he's going. Let's do this thing, baby! And caution out. Didn't get very far on that one.
How many cars we got? They went back to yellow because of this dog out on the track. The dog's running on the track.
And as you can see, we have a visitor on the track that shouldn't be on the track and probably scared to death right now as we're able to get that dog all around. And again, he leads them very slow, almost through turn 4 before he decides it's time to go. All right, it's Chuck Perry in the 121 now, who's put himself right in the middle of things as he's now got third spot. As Daniel Ware got a little bit of a slow restart on that one in the 51. He's dropped back from second to fourth. But we got a real challenge going on for second spot right now. Chuck Perry probably has it, but the 48 of Martin Coney is right in there, as is Daniel Ware in the 51. And that's all fine with Mason Castaneda in the 28M because he's pulling away from that group. And looks like the 127 of James Parks III, he wants in on that action as well. So we got a pretty good race running out now for second, third, fourth, and fifth positions. All right, Martin Coney in the 48 hit the wall, then he hit the 127 of James Parks III as they continue to grind it down the backstretch in the battle for fourth position. And looks like James Parks III in the 127 is going to take that fourth spot. Up front is still Mason Castaneda in the 28M, second place 121. That is Chuck Perry, third place Daniel Ware in the 51. All right, it's Daniel Ware in the 51. He's now going side by side for second place with Chuck Perry in the 121 as they go down the back stretch. And looks like Chuck Perry going to hang on to second spot. All right, got the move over flag for some of the cars as all right, our leader into some heavy traffic here for some slower cars. But the second and third place cars having their trouble working through that slower traffic as well. Mason Castaneda coming up on a real gaggle of cars right now. About 6 cars he's got to work his way through. As it's still a tough race for second place. Chuck Perry in the 121, Daniel Weyer in the 51 going at it. They've got to work their way through this slow traffic before they can really get back to racing each other. Looks like Mason Castaneda has come through most of that slower traffic and is away and running. Looks like the 15B slowing way down here as he heads into turn 1, but he's picked up speed again, and we've got a wreck over in turn number 1. That looks like Chuck Perry, the one.
Okay, what do you have after VP2?
Green is out, and away we go. As Aaron Letty in the 93 finds out where the wall is here in the front stretch as he makes a pretty hard contact, and he slows way down as we go through turns number 1 and 2. Air leader Mason Castaneda in the 28. New second place car right now. The 48 is Martin Coney. It takes over second. Third place is Daniel Ware, and we got a big time spin over in turns 1 and 2. 39, he's back on. He had a piece of that action and came away with a flat tire. And we're green and we're racing. All right, Mason Castaneda in the 28M. He's off and away quick. Daniel Ware in the 51 right now has second place. Martin Coney in the 48. He's going on the high side as they run side by side. As the white flag is waving, this is your last and final lap of the evening. Ooh, and we have a big time wreck over in turn number 1 as we put 1 on its side. That is J.C. Paul. As he climbs out of that Ford. He's going to lead him around. He has been picking up his speed very late. He comes off a little earlier this time, and we're away and we're racing. And as you can see, we're waving the green and the white flag at the same time. That means this is the last lap for these cars. And so if you're going to do something, you need to do it now. Time is running out. Here comes your winner of the 28M, Mason Castaneda. Second place, Martin Coney. Third place, Daniel Ware in the 51. Fourth place, Jesse Sandoval in the 7. And that's the way it wraps up tonight.